All right, a bit more.
I am one in 7.5 billion people in the world. I am one in 325 million people in the United States. I am one of the 1.25 million people in the United States living with type 1 diabetes. I am a rare case. This is why I support the mission of the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, also known as JDRF. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation tirelessly works to make me and the other 1.25 million people like me one of the 7.5 billion people unimpeded by type 1 diabetes. Today I will inform you about the rise of type 1 diabetes in the United States and how prevalent it is becoming, what the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is doing to combat the disease, and how you can contribute and join in the fight to end type 1 diabetes with JDRF. Let's begin by discussing the rise of type 1 diabetes in the United States. How has the prevalence of type 1 diabetes changed in the past years? According to the American Diabetes Association, also known as ADA, only 1.25 million Americans, about 0.25% of the U.S. population, has type 1 diabetes. However, the number of people diagnosed with diabetes has increased by 23% between 2001 and 2009. Between 2008 and 2009, an estimated 19,000 Americans under the age of 20 were diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. While type 1 diabetes is considered to be extremely rare, it continues to rocket up the list of autoimmune diseases affecting children and young adults alike. Diabetes remains the 7th leading cause of death for diseases in the United States, with an estimated 76,000 deaths in the United States being linked to type 1 diabetes. Now let's take a look at how the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is leading the fight against this ever-growing disease. According to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, its goal is to progressively remove the impact of type 1 diabetes from the people's lives until we ultimately achieve a world free of type 1 diabetes. JDRF plans to create a future where type 1 diabetics can be controlled automatically. Individuals can live a life as if they do not have type 1 diabetes. The disease can be cured from those it affects, and where type 1 diabetes is completely eradicated from the world so that it can never affect anyone again. JDRF is leading the Global Diabetes Foundation funding type 1 diabetes research around the world. JDRF is the only global organization with the necessary scientific resources, regulatory influence, and a thought-out plan to treat, prevent, and ultimately cure type 1 diabetes. Since JDRF was founded, it has contributed more than $2 billion to type 1 diabetes research worldwide in 17 different countries. In 2012 alone, JDRF provided more than $110 million to type 1 diabetes research in the United States. JDRF has a goal, it has a mission, but it cannot do it alone. How can you help? If you wish to help JDRF in their mission to make the world free of type 1 diabetes, there are several ways you can go about doing so. To help JDRF, you can donate to the organization, become a JDRF diabetes advocate, or become a volunteer for JDRF sponsored events. To donate to the cause, go to jdrf.org and find Donate Today, where you will be able to donate any amount of money you would like. Remember, no matter how much, anything will help to make a difference in a diabetic's life. You can also call it 800-533-CURE or email them at info@jdrf.org. To become a JDRF advocate, go to jdrf.org, find Become a JDRF Advocate, and sign up. Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation advocates are extremely important to the organization because they help to spread the word about the mission to bring an end to type 1 diabetes. Finally, you can also volunteer for JDRF by signing up at jdrf.org. As a JDRF volunteer, you will be able to help out at JDRF events and help JDRF in their efforts to end diabetes. Your service will have a direct impact on the organization's ability to fund type 1 diabetes research. From the information I have provided you, I hope you see why we need to take action against the rapid growth of type 1 diabetes, how the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation aims to do so, and how you can help them in their mission. As Tupac Shakur once said in his hit song Changes, released in 1998, we gotta make a change. It's time for us as a people to start making some changes. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation cannot change diabetes all by itself, but with your help, assistance, and donations, we can change the disease and bring an end to it. But it's up to you, the people.